What's going on, guys? Chrome on Rust here, back again with part 2 of our auction house buying, selling, and flipping guide. Let's go ahead and get things started. So with the buying portion now, let's say, what would we want? Let's look at some of my items on some of my lower gear items. So let's say we wanted some bracers like this here. We want high vit, we want intelligence, and we're going to want some high all resist, and we're going to want good crit chance, and most of the part you're not going to care about the gold find, so we'll take the gold find off. So what we'd want to be doing is, let's say if this were 105, you wouldn't want to search for 105. Anything over 100 or even at 100. I'll try to show you an example here. Let's just put these both at 100. Okay, bad example because not enough are coming up. We'll drop our all resist much lower. So let's see. We have these at 100. All these are over 100 or at 100 at least. Now let's just take them both down 10. So we're sitting at 10 million. We'll take both these down 10. And now you're at 1.5. So that's going to kind of be the reasoning on why you're not going to want to search for those perfect values of like 100. Because, I mean, everybody's going to be searching for them. A lot of people are going to be pricing them that way because they just don't know, or they know that they can't take advantage of people, because a lot of people are going to be like, well, I want at least 100, and I want at least 100 of this, so I'll go ahead and search, and they go buy one off this page. But in all actuality, even if I probably just dropped one of these down, okay, maybe not this. Let's leave this at 100, see if comes up. So yeah, 2.8, just dropping intelligence took me down from 10 mil to 2.8 million, and this one's been up for 13 hours, or has 13 hours left, so it's been up a full day already, basically. 90, and if you want to drop the price even lower, punch in 5.5, and you could get it down again. Almost, it's like 2/3 of the price of the last one. That's just kind of going to show you how you can take advantage of how people sell things and how people price things. We'll go ahead and review one more item here. Yeah, let's just look at Vile Wars. So everybody likes Vile Wars. Strength. We'll throw in 200. And we'll put bid on here. Let's just put in 250. Let's exaggerate the prices a little more. So I have this here at 250, and for 2 million, let's say I put it down to like 238 or something like that. You can see the price cut down in more than half. It's like 1/4 of the price for this pair here. So let's look at this pair real fast. 243 strength, 32 vit. The all-res isn't very good because 71 is actually the lowest that Lukunis can get. Well, then we'll punch this back up to 250. And we'll look at this pair here. And there's not 1.5 mil worth of difference. Really all it is this magic number here. So that's just going to be some ways to make sure you're getting your greatest value when you're buying items. So I think that's all I had pretty much for the buying portion of it. There's not a whole lot to it. I mean, you're kind of limited to your resources here. Really, I guess there is one more thing. We keep looking at the minimum value, but if you're really trying to get those good deals and you have time, you can see this pair here. It's up for 3,674 gold. Now, it's not going to sell for that price, but if you were to just bid on it, let's just bid on this here because I know it's worth more than that, obviously. It'll throw it in your bids, and you'll be able to just watch the item now. And that's going to kind of bring me to my next point. My next point is going to be auction house flipping. So I might have some examples in here. I did a lot of bidding. Let's just see if I have something I sold semi-recently. I haven't been doing a lot of flipping recently. I've actually been doing more of playing the game. This is actually how I acquired all of my gold. Okay, so here's one probably. What's this? Yeah. So with that, I just bid on the item like I showed you guys with that 3,000, those 3,600 and whatever price to buy awards. I was able to get them for 400 and 3,000, and I was actually able to sell them for 1.6 million. So I made a 1.2 plus million profit off of just selling one pair of items. And you can see I bought them 3/8/2013, and I was actually able to sell them at 3/8/2013. So I was able to sell them in the same day. So that's going to be some of the benefits of auction house flipping. So with that, legendaries are going to be pretty good for people who are just starting out because there are just so many of them. So we have our 250 value there, as I was showing you, for like 2 million. So what I would do is I'd take that 250, I'd bump this up to 260, and I'll search. And so now anything that's below 2 million or right around 2 million, you just run through here and you can bid on them. And you can bid on them. Just keep doing it. And normally I do this with the strength stats. I would do this with dex stats. And I would do this with intelligence stats as well. So you can see nothing here on this page. So I just skip over this page, try to look for another one. But that's going to be it. So if I wanted to go look at dex, I would do the same thing. I'd go to dex, put that 250 value back in. And you see 6.5 million. Dex file awards, they just cost more. So bump this up to 260 now. And now I know that anything I'm bidding on is going to be a good bid. Like that one, it was 5.7. I didn't even have to look on it. It had a higher value bid on it already. Let's get a couple more in here. Here's one for 1 million. If you're unsure, like this is pretty close, but this has really high VIT stat. So going ahead and bidding on this, there's not going to be any downfall. I'm probably going to get outbid even if I don't follow the item. If I win it at that price, I'd be more than happy. This has 127 vitality on it. That is huge. Perfect all res. I don't mind bidding 11 million on that. So I'm just going to do this with dex, and then I'll end this here. And so now you're going to have all these over here, and you're going to be able to follow the items. They don't let you sort them by time left, so that is something that I hope they eventually add in here later on. It would be nice to know. But let's see, we got one here, 4 hours, 12 minutes. Is that going to be our most recent one? Yeah, so say I could just set my timer or write it down. 4 hours and 11 minutes, I want to come back. I want to check the price on this item, see if it's inflated past the point that I actually want to spend on it. So let's go and we'll actually review the value of this item real fast. So it has 262 strength, 68 vit, and perfect all res. So we'll go back to strength here. Punch in like 250. Once again, when you're flipping, you don't want to try to overprice yourself or you'll get yourself in a little bit of a pickle. And it had pretty good vit, so we'll throw in like 45 vit. All res. Could throw in like 75 maybe, but it might skew our stats too much. So like the cheapest price one here is 3.5 million. Our item here is only at 152 million. So I could sit and watch this item, and if I were to watch it, and I mean if I'm still playing, I might actually end up watching that exact item. What am I looking for? So I'm not going to want to spend 3.5 mil. That's going to be slightly too much. But I would be willing to spend a little under 3 mil. So basically what I'm saying to get to the point is that you're also going to have to worry about the 15% cut from the auction house for when you sell items. See, I click on here, transaction fee. It's only charged if the item sells, automatically deducts the selling price. It's going to be a 15% cut. So really, I think these would sell for this pair here would sell for 3.5 mil. So if I were to take 3.5 mil, go over here to my calculator real fast. Sorry, I know this is turning out to be a little bit of a long video, but I did want to kind of jam as much detail in here as much as possible. And then we will times that by 0.85. So if I could sell them for if I could sell them for 3.5 mil, which I'm almost positive I could because they have good all resist values and they had really nice fit values, and the strength on this pair is actually higher, I would be willing to spend, or what I'd be getting, I guess I should start with first, from this pair is I get 2.975 million. So really, you want to make a profit, so I'd be willing to spend like 2.5 million on this pair. Not on this pair, but the pair that's over here. I'd be willing to spend 2.5 million. And what you're going to do, or what you're going to want to do, that's not actually the pair. Where did that pair go? I don't know where they went. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was actually outbid on them already. That's why they jumped down in place. So, I just lost my train of thought. What was I doing over here? Yeah, so okay, yeah, I remember. So basically, I'd write down this time. I'd be like, in 3 hours and 22 minutes, I'd look at my clock. It's like 1 o'clock here exactly. So I'd want to be coming back at 4:20, something like that, or 4:17. I'd write it down. So I'd just go like 4:17, put it down on a piece of paper, and then I'd come back. We'll say now it's 4:17. I'm back. I'm looking at my items. It's got like 5 minutes on it. What you're going to want to do is, we'll just use this pair here for an example. Like I'd sit here and I'd keep clicking search, and while I was doing this, I would have my stopwatch. I'd start my stopwatch up. I have mine on my phone. That's what I use. But yeah, I'd start my stopwatch. I'd get my timer going. I'd keep hitting search, and I would mark the time where the minute switches. So we'll see we're at 1 hour and 1 minute. So I'll just keep going until it switches over to 1 hour even. So I just sit here, keep clicking, keep clicking, keep clicking. And should be coming up any second now. Any second now. You can do it. You can do it. And then, oh man, it must have just switched when I looked away. Must have been at 1 hour, 2 minutes, or whatever. Or else I wouldn't have done it like this. But now that we're so close, I'm just going to keep going with it. Roll with the punches. So I just keep clicking. This video's got to be getting boring. Hurry up, please. There we go, 1 hour. And so I'd mark it. And so I'm at like 33 seconds. So you'd want to be paying really close attention to your stopwatch. And that, I'd have my timer like right here. And I'd be clicking search. I'd be clicking search. And then I mark down, okay, at 33 seconds is the exact time the minute switched over. So now let's say this was actually 1 minute, and we're looking for that 33-second value. I'd be going like this. I'd have bid up, I'd punch in my price that I wanted. Let's say I wanted to buy this for like 8 million. I'd have my 8 million in there, and I'd be waiting. And when my timer got to 30 seconds or whatever, so like 3 seconds before the actual auction would end, I'd hit bid. And that's what bid sniping is. You're not allowing other people to get in a higher bid before you do. So that's kind of what bid sniping is, and how you're going to have your best chance at getting items to flip them. So I think that's all I had to cover in this video. Oh, I did have one more thing. Something that has just been going on more recently, actually. And it's actually pretty valuable. So go to emeralds, because they're really epically expensive. We'll go to one. We'll look up radiant stars, and they're at 26 million. So 26 million divided by 0.25, and that's the value of what gold is. Gold is 25 cents. It's going to be 10 point. So it'd be like $10.40 to buy this. Technically, it'd be like $10.40. I think I'm doing that right. Anyways, go over here. I'll probably do this a different way. Oh, go back to US. Gems. Look up the same gem. It's $2.12. So, if you had the gold, or if you're flipping items, and you want to throw some things on the real money auction house, because actually, I guess one more topic I wanted to touch, but I'll get to that in just a second. Let's say you just had a balance on here. Let's go and look at the price of gold. So we're going to need 5 million. Excuse me, 10 million. So yeah, I was doing it right. My math was right. So yeah, we need like 10 million to buy this emerald on the real money auction house. We'll go back to the actual gold auction house, and you can see it's 26 million. It's over double price. So it can be valuable to sell things on the US. I actually do sell things on the US. I actually just picked up my latest gems here on the US. Went ahead and upgraded a couple gems to the marquise. You can see they're nice and dirt cheap. Very, very nice. So that's just something that you can look for. You're going to want to kind of check back and forth. It's not always going to be like this, but really recently, a lot of things like the craftable items have been really cheap over on the auction house or the real money auction house compared to the gold auction house. I realize I've been rambling a long time, and I'm sorry, but to get all this information into one video, I still probably haven't covered everything anyways. But just one last thing. Let's say I had an item and I thought it was worth like 2 billion, but on the real money auction house you can actually only sell items for $250. It's going to be your highest price. So $250, we'll go here to the price of gold, and to get up to 2 billion we would need, I think I might have left out, one more zero. 2 billion is $520. So you're actually going to have more value. You can sell things for a higher value on the real money auction house, or on the gold auction house, excuse me, compared to the real money auction house. But another thing to note is, I'll just wrap this up real short, make it quick. People are going to sometimes sell items on the real money auction house cheaper than they would on the gold auction house because it's real money and they want actual value from the game. So if you're flipping a lot of items and you have money in your balance, not saying not to throw money in your balance, because I know some people do. Some people have jobs, they work all the time, they want to speed things up. I think that's fine. So anyways, we'll just say you have money in there. You're going to want to look for maybe some cheaper items on the real money auction house compared to the gold auction house. And the same thing goes for that. Like, I'll just show you some items I have for sale. I know I said I was wrapping this up, but I have like a triumvirate. I bought this for pretty cheap, but the triumvirates on the real money auction house are actually higher priced, and I can get more value from it. So basically I'm selling this for more gold. So this 8.45 times 4 would be like 32 million. I'd be getting from this roughly 32 million. So if I were to go over on the gold auction house and look for the same triumvirate, I could only actually make like 25 million, and then less the 15% cut. So I'm making, around 10 million more just from selling things on the real money auction house compared to the gold auction house. And I know that was like a little out there for some of you guys, but it is true. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Chrome on Rust. This is Core Expert Gaming. I hope you were able to gather a little bit something from this. I'm looking over at my timer now, and it's almost 40 freaking minutes long. Wow. Okay, well, I am out of here. I'm going to end this now. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. If there's something I didn't cover and you need to know, just go ahead and let me know. I'll comment back, whatever I can do to help you out. And if you listen to this long ramble, thank you very much. I hope it wasn't too boring, and I am out of here, guys. You have a great day.